I immediately need to go into the bathroom.
As soon as you started.
Wait, I need to go tell JB that I'm streaming already.
You need this?
Skibidi toilet. Ugh. Go to the bathroom.
Whoa! What the? Howard!
Hello. Hi. Out of all the times. Starting the new game. Ah, city folk legends, full of promise and life, with potential for adventure, soul searching, and incredible scenery. Or at least, that's folks thought before we all deep within. As of now, your legs are cramping up, you're exhausted your travel playlist 2 times over, and your stomach is begging for something to eat. On top of all that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Driving through Oregon paints a picture of trees, and more trees, especially on the endless winding roads that you're taking up north. All that breaks the pattern is a sign that zips past, with words that you're just able to make out. The road continues on. Giant redwoods looming on both sides. You find yourself anticipating something because as you drive on, you can feel it. Something strange is bound to
I
happen
wish I
here.
could get RV.
Something weird. That's when it happens. Your car picks up speed. The change came out of nowhere, and you quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly, the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Wait, let me size down this window for myself. Alright, so size down your screen. Okay, let me just change that. Damn, I made it too small. I need to see the chat as I need to see the chat at the same time. Actually, can I pop this out? Damn it. Okay, let me try it again. It fits just
I got
barely.
an idea.
Okay, let's continue reading.
Wait, are you streaming?
Yeah, I am. You thought I was not. You thought I was joking.
No.
Trying to stay calm despite the panic welling in your chest. You pull the emergency brake, only to find that the car resists and keeps moving forward, like something is pulling it.
I'm just gonna grab slice and
One slice of bread.
then I'm gonna try to do something. It's gonna be crazy and it's probably gonna be disgusting.
Can
Or
you
not.
can you give me my marshmallows?
I was about to go get my marshmallows. Because
The
I was trying to make us some
okay.
kind of bread.
The car begins to rattle. The wheels screech against the country road, and you're screaming until crash. Mm. There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough, fumble for the door, and manage to undo the lock just before the door is wrenched outward from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Are you alright? A man stands at your open car window. His hand on your shoulder leaves to tilt your head up and pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining it in your eyes. Two blinks and he lets your chin go. Hello, JB. His eyes dart over the rest of you, looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What's your name? We're going back for V-Vuruu. And your pronouns? She, her. Thank you for my marshmallows. V-Vuruu, I am Stanford Pines, Ford for short. I would shake your hand, but you look shaken up as enough as is. You seem fine as far as I can tell, but you shouldn't head back out there anytime soon.
You get blocked.
Where on earth? Where on earth were you driving in such a hurry? Hi, Mel. Hi.
Mel?
Yes, Mel.
Oh.
You open your mouth to explain when a voice calls from inside the house. Poindexter, this better not be one of your experiments again. I've had to this place rebuilt too many times too. The owner of the voice walks out of the house and stops slack-jawed at the side of your car and the side of, you're guessing, his house. You must have hit your head earlier, because you could swear that you were seeing double. Hi, Mel. So, how was your day? Or evening? I don't know what time it is for you. Sweet Moses, Ford, you've done it this time. What? This had nothing to do with me. I was testing my magnet gun and it might have pulled this victim out of circumstance into the house. I suppose it is entirely my fault. I am incredibly sorry. Yeah, sure yourself. I can't believe this. My car. What's going on? Who are these men? What did this happen to you? Everything's going to fine. I'm gonna get through this. Hey, look, it's fine, alright? Sure, there's a dent in the hood of the shack's signage and a crack in the window shield that looks like an ominous triangle, but I'm sure she'll run. You try to start up the car, it sputters, but ultimately, nothing happens. Felt like crying. Oh. Well, let's call a tow truck for this unfortunate soul here, and forget, I'll take care of it. You're right, it is cheaper to tow it yourself. Sixer, get the magnet gun out again. Well, my evening has been good. Thanks for asking. Trying to toast the marshmallow? Freaking liar! Guys, Bea is trying to toast the marshmallow with a lighter. Should I take it away from the child?
I am dirty. I know.
Oh, your marshmallow sprinkle?
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, it is morning for you?
Oh, what's rare about that?
What time zone are you in now? No, Stanley, I'm going to fix this. What? Huh? You? Fix this mess? I figured out a few alien vehicles in my time. Nah, you kidding me? It'll take some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life. And this miracle worker is on vacation. Stanley, a moment.
Can you help?
Alright.
Oh,
Give me a second, bro.
my marshmallow. I'll blow it
The lighter is dangerously close to my hair. Ford and Stanley turn away and you're left with your thoughts. Who could anticipate a car accident like this in the middle of a road trip? You can take care of the car, but how are you going to get home? They run buses out here, right? So you take a bus out of here and then... Ford clears his throat, shifting a little awkwardly in place. Seems like they've finished their talk. So there are a few options. My brother Stanley here could drive you out to town to find a place to stay for the night. Or you could stay the night here. We have some maps and information you can look in the gift shop, and in the morning, we can help you with your car. What do you say? Just as you are about to answer, another high-pitched voice comes from inside the house. Uncle Stan, picture this. A whole week of, oh my gosh! The girl that runs out of the house comes to a halt at the side of your car. Oh great. Uncle Ford? Why is it that everyone automatically thinks I'm at fault? Well, this time it is my fault, but I invited V-Vuruu here to stay here for the night. If she'd like, I'm sure I can fix this. I just have to figure out how. Yeah, Ford isn't getting noticed anymore. Yeah, I'm in my Gravity Falls era. Stanley sighs. I can take a look. Being on vacation is pretty boring. And the old Stanmobile hasn't needed a tune-up yet, so it wouldn't be too bad to work on something in the meantime. Thank you, Stanley. I'm sure I can put up something together from the gadgets and I have laying around if you need any specialized tools to help you with the job. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mabel. You can ask me anything. I pretty much know everything there is to know about this place.
I'm trying to toast it.
I can fix her car. But wait, hold on. I haven't even said anything yet. I appreciate your offer to let me stay. And to repair your car. Yeah, it'll be good as new in my hands. I mean, look at my Stanmobile. She's been through the ringer and knows how many times, and who knows about how many times she's still a beaut. I had a little bit of trouble saying that. Jeez. Knows everything except the 19 malnourished kids in the basement.
Howard.
What's with malnourished kids in people's basements? Like, bro, I can't even talk. I'm eating marshmallows. I'm gonna have a sugar bust after this.
I am so angry. I cannot set this on fire.
Womp womp. Okay. He points out a red car parked a distance away. You can't really see how beautiful it is at this distance, but he sounds really confident. Well, this turn of events is fortuitous or suspicious. Stranded was a little hungry. Free repairs? Free lodging? There's no better deal to be found. And if things don't work, the town probably has some sort of auto repair shop you can head to instead. A churro? I've never ate a churro before. But I hope to eat one. Pretty sure I can make it myself. Yeah, it is easy.
You don't even need an oven.
I don't even need an oven.
Yeah. You just fry.
Nice. But I don't think we have the ingredients for that.
Flour.
Free report? What the fuck? Free repairs? Free lodging? There's no better deal to be found. And if things don't work, the town probably has some kind of auto repair shop you can head to instead. Well, I accept. Thanks for the help. And my apologies again. What an embarrassment. I must have made an elementary mistake. As the Pines lead you inside the house, Mabel leaves her number in your phone for you to call whenever, and you find out that Ford's twin goes by Stan. This is the part of the house but just this this part's the house. But just outside, that door is the mystery shack. Hey, have you ever been to the mystery shack before? I wanted to. Actually, I saw a bumper sticker while I was on the road and I got curious. You're interrupted by a loud, triumphant "Ha!" Those bumper stickers were a good investment. At 66 that they're too plain and graphically simplistic, and don't even have an address on it. Stanley, how is anyone going to find this place to attract customers? 6 did you hit that? Well, they are graphically uh, simplistic. I don't know how she found the place, let alone thought what is the mystery shack was compelling. I kinda liked it. See, she kinda liked it. Hey, I like you, Vuruu. How about I give you a tour sometime tomorrow? Regular price. One Ford has been tired of Stanley lately, so he uses magical dearly team girl power. What the fuck? Tomorrow? Then I'll have to squeeze all my get to know you questions in today. Vuruu, tell me, capybara, yes or no? At that moment, what the fuck? There's
What?
a fly went past me. Get away!
It was like, what to eat it?
At that moment, a boy passes in the hallway at the far doorway, and Ford calls out to him. Dipper, my boy! I'm surprised I didn't see you run out of the scene of the crime. Crime? What crime? I have an alibi. I swear. Oh, you have someone with you. Hey, haha, I'm not suspicious at all. Did you see that car in the side of the shack, though? For a second, I thought the Manitars were back with a grudge. Yes, about that. Dipper, V-Vuruu. I've, stranded her car here by accident. She's staying here for the time being. Sorry, stranded her car here? You crashed it? Yeah, the S in in shack fell on it and everything. The windows were cracked. One window, the windshield. And Vuruu was lucky enough to make it out alive. She's fine, no injuries, thankfully. The magnet gun is rather safe despite never having been tested in a formal setting. Yeesh, did you not take safety precautions or anything? Actually, the irony of the situation is I was trying to install a safety precaution. Hey, if you two are gonna do your nerd talk, I'm gonna get Vuruu settled. Mabel, sweetie, why don't you show Vuruu around? Let her stay in the storage room that's still empty, right? I'll make it empty. The fly's name is Dan, age 18, male struggling to make ends meet. Imagine the portal gun was actually a Blackmore gun. I don't know what a Blackmore gun is. Please elaborate. The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room you'll be staying in. Then the kitchen and the living room, and the hallway and the bathroom, and pretty much a comprehensive tour of the mundanities of a regular house. Shimmy shimmy yay, shimmy ya. Drank swalla la la.
Bedwar.
Water break.
I need to find a way how to close these.
Make stuff color black. That's crazy. Eventually, you find out that the family is even more extended than you knew. The decorative doll eyes make a lot more sense knowing a grandmother normally lives here, and her grandson Zeus. I'm so random, lol. Yeah, everybody's random. Eventually, oh wait, or was it Zeus? Whatever the name, you look forward to meeting him when he comes for work in the morning.
What?
Damn it! the friggin' fly. When you go up to the attic, Mabel opens the door to reveal Dipper, now stuck in his book, but you catch him occasionally glancing up at you, and as he pretends to read. The next member of the family starts up at you, from Mabel's bed, a rotund pink pig, who Mabel declares as her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. The two are a perfect match, right down to the chubby cheeks and boo-boo noses. And in the evening, though you've been in disbelief over the state of your car, the family dinner and after-dinner TV marathon you'd be invited to made it seem like a normal guest stay rather than a forced circumstance. The fly's death will be on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm gonna get my next injection. I'm pretty sure I did not tell you that, JB. Mm. Returning to the storage room Mabel had shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you, and more pillows and sheets than a summer night warrants. Yeah, no more attention for Ford. Only. Oh wait, I didn't read that. You wake. You wake to the weak glare of the sunlight streaming in through the small high window in the wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel or motel room for that matter. And then yesterday comes back crashing to you. Oh yeah, the cat scratch is gone. I just need to finish my injections. You glance at the time to see that you've slept into the afternoon. Experiencing the accident yesterday must have left you tired out. Despite having been assured yesterday evening that you were free to do anything in the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Pines family and try preparing a polite guest breakfast as you can. You wash your dishes in the sink before you leave, and just as you are about to exit the kitchen, you bump into Ford. Excuse. Oh, yes, from yesterday, of course. For a good solid moment, Ford regards you in awkward silence. Ford clears his throat. I believe Stanley was taking a look at your car, if you want to be there for it. You give a nod and make a leave for the meal this time, when Ford speaks up again. And Vuruu, I'm sorry again for the accident. If I'd been smarter about, well, let's just say it's entirely my fault, and you shouldn't worry about this at all. When it comes down to it, Stanley does have a knack for cars. I predict you'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. You can't keep the dismay off your face, and can't really bring yourself to try to either. What am I gonna do with weeks? Ford, who have gone kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers at the prospect of a question you can answer. Well, there's the town to tour, of course, and the mystery shack. But you have but if you ask me, all that pales in comparison to. Hold on, do you hear that? Ford turns to the kitchen doorway to investigate. Sounds like the sound comes again, and this time you hear it as well. The squeal of a pig followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. Waddles tumbles past in the open kitchen doorway, and Mabel comes into view soon after, a few sheets of paper clutched in hand. Ford steps out quickly out of the kitchen, and you follow to the doorway, getting there just in time to see an apparent tug of war between Mabel and her pig over a slightly covered sheet of paper. Locked in! The paper rips, and after nearly toppling backwards from her efforts, Mabel recovers, snatching this scrap of ripped paper from Waddle's jaws and lifting both pieces up victoriously. Ha! Mabel wins again! Now we're just gonna find Ford! Ford, who'd run forward and held out a hand to steady this energetic child when she'd been in danger of toppling over, now finds a number of crumpled sheet of paper shoved into his hands. Mabel tugs irritably at his coat. Uncle Ford, you've gotta help me! Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious, though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel. What's the matter? Dipper found a stack of pages from their old journals, and I walked in, and Waddles ran up and started eating one of them. He must have been chewing on it to warn me. Uncle Ford, because look!
Oh.
Mabel takes the ripped halves of the paper back from Ford's hand and joins them together, holding it up for Ford to see. I see. And you took this as a warning? Yes! It says here that it eats small dogs and Waddles is a small pig, but he sort of looks like a dog from far away, and Waddles must have feared for his life. Waddles seems to be the second in notion of a snort, or not, as it seems the pig is lounging adorably a short distance away in the hallway. You can't imagine what this dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf? Something bigger? You're suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. And remember the pterodactyl I told you about? Waddles was so scared that time I can't let him leave my side. Pterodactyl? You suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here? How about I finish that repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Waddles safe from harm. Mabel flops down on the floor in relief. Uncle Ford, you are an actual lifesaver. Waddles, you have nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of Neil and standing back up. Alright, I'll go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave, and he suddenly remembered that with nothing better to do for the weeks you're gonna be staying here, it wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford. He seems to know what there is to do around town anyway. You'll need that to not die of boredom in the first week. Or more pressingly, you could go check on your car and see what Stan's made of it so far. You're not really eager to face your car in the side of the house again, no. Check on my car this time! After Ford leaves, Mabel rolls away with her pig towards the living room, and you head out of the house in search of Stan. The mystery shack should only have 4 main sides, but you feel like you've made your rounds past 5 of them before finally seeing your absolute wreck of a car. You swear it looks even worse than it did when you crashed it. Stan stands before it. Freaky. Yeah, Ford's gonna be lonely. He's Mr. Lonely. He get no bitches. Stan stands before him, hands on hips as he looks at the large wooden S that's made its indent in the car's hood. How bad is it? Can't tell yet. Not till I get this letter off the hood. That S never did like to say it in place. Mystery hack, huh? Look, if you're gonna insult me. Oh, you were reading the sign. I'm fixing that later, alright? Just avert your eyes, don't look at it. Yeah, he ain't got nobody. No, he has Bill though. Actually, wait, no, he's in therapy. Offer help. Guess we should fix it as soon as possible then. Sounds good to me. Give me a hand here, would ya? Stan directs you to help him push the wooden S off the car. It stalls a little on its own then, but with another firm shove, it meets its end on the ground. Stan gives it another push of what the fuck? Stan gives it another push with a grunt, and it tips, falling completely to the ground with a whoomp. Now that it's free of its burden, Stan lifts up the dented hood of the car to take a look inside. He hums and haws, and rubs a hand over his chin in thought, walking over to his toolbox and grabbing a tool before walking back, still assessing the damage. Yeah, this one's gonna take a while. You've got parts that need replacing. Not to mention she's not gonna look so hot after this. Not unless Ford's got the tech squirreled away somewhere that can smooth out these dents. The more he tells you of the situation, the more this all sinks in. You're really stuck here. Stan spots your worried frown. Hey, Buru, right? Look, I know how this sounds, but with me on the job, you'll be all set and back on the road in no time. You think so? Kid, I know so. I've even got a plan to get those replacement parts of yours. Might not be able to clean up all these scuff parts after I'm done, but you'll run. And hey, maybe you've got, maybe you've, maybe you've gotta stay a couple days. So what? There are worse places to get stranded, believe me. In fact, I'd even say the Mystery Shack is the best place to get stranded. We've got all tons of stuff for people just passing through. Merchandise, magic, mystery, any words, mayhem. You get the idea. Stan tosses the tool in his hand back into the toolbox, exchanging it for another. He works for a while longer in your silence. Metallic clanks and occasional heavy breath, all that mix in with the sounds of the outdoors. You stand by awkward, uncomfortable, and a little useless. Can I help with anything? Know anything about cars? No. Stan straightens, cracks his back, and what the fuck? Sets down a tool before leaning casually against the nearest load-bearing surface. He wipes his forehead and lets his hand fall to his waist, and gives you an assessing look. How about collages? Tall tales, improv? Yeah, I think I can handle that, but what does it have to do with this? You just not your stranded car, held in limbo between life and death by nothing other than the Pines' car expertise and a little luck. Nothing. I was planning on having you help me help Stu around the shack. A favor for a favor. What'd you say? Well, it's more interesting than helping afford with his pest problem. We accept. MM2! Mel's playing on Move 2. Alright, follow me. Follow Stan back into the mystery shack, passing by the showroom and getting a glimpse of an energetic figure leading a flock of tourists through a veritable sea of obviously fabricated oddities. Hear the words, and this is the ninth of wonder of the world, right in the mystery shack. It's what makes this place world famous, dudes. Stan notices your pace, slowing as you listen and tosses an explanation back for you. That's Zeus. During operating hours, he's the Mystery Shack's one and only Mr. Mystery. I told him he didn't have to keep the shack running while he's on vacation, but the kid's got a passion for the role. You interested in this kind of stuff? I was thinking about going on a tour. It feels weird now that you're staying at a tourist trap. Though, and you were kind of going to poke fun at the exhibits. Harder to do when you have to live around your tour guide. It's fine, really. Nah, I think I wanted to give you a tour of the place. You'll get one from the founder himself. You even want to hear one of our plugs on the radio? Uh, you really weren't paying attention to the radio during the drive. Just taking in the Oregon scenery. See the signs pointing to the place for over a mile down the road. Again, you were pretty occupied with the Oregon scenery, but you guess you did see some signs and question marks on them. That's some fake advertising. Just seeing what works. Bumper stickers, huh? Ha! Still got one on floor. Anyway, follow me, folks. Well, folk, get ready to be amazed. Stan starts leading you back the way you came. You trail behind him, a little skeptical, but definitely curious. Didn't you say the founder would lead us tour? Is this the founder? Stan laughs. What? No, I'm the founder. Build this place from the ground up. Well, metaphorically speaking. I mean, the house was here. The junk was here.
You for real?
But I was the one who spun this place around into a wondrous house of mystery junk. Stan gestures with his arms like he's smoothing out a rainbow. You're not very impressed. Oh, that. Oh, that. Prepare to be amazed. He's still not very impressed, but his energy gets you hoping you'll be amazed. Anyway, there's a tour group in the showroom right now, so I'll be taking
Wait,
it
hold on, let me
in
do
a different cycle that completely misses them. Vogue starting in the gift shop. Into the gift shop, a simple room crowded top to bottom with the stranded tourists, souvenirs, and merchandise. You see the t-shirts with question marks, mugs, and question marks, and pretty much everything has question marks. In one corner of the room stands a lumpy attempt of a statue labeled Founder, recognizable as Stan, only being the nose and the glasses. This room usually comes after I butter the customers up to buying things, but since you're staying a while, I have plenty of time to sell you stuff later. Take a look around. If you see an impulse buy, make it. Nothing like trusting your instincts. Oh yeah, save.
What the hell?
No.
Is that a player?
I already have automatic
What the
saves.
fuck? Look, is that a player?
That's a player?
That's a player!
How is the player in that? What? Aren't you supposed to be a dude?
Ah! What?
Yeah, I should have asked Mabel to carve it. You gotta admit that every version of me's got a charming smile, though. Girl rivals. Thought we sold this thing 8 years ago. Ha! Nah, I forgot to put a price on it. Just got a dollar sign on it. Stan takes a dark marker and squeezes it at $9.99. It goes back to make it $29.99. That jar's got a lot of eyeballs. Who doesn't love a good souvenir t-shirt? They're great for layering, and they've got the characteristic mystery shack question mark on them. What makes it a mystery shack question mark instead of a regular question mark? He asks too many questions, or do you? He says that last part in an exaggerating tone that betrays it as a sales pitch. This guy has no subtlety. Yeah, you can hear Zandy's rage. Actually, it's not really rage, it's just confusion. Because my sister was in Dandy World and saw a player. Like an actual Roblox player, not a player like in a toon form. Pine tree hat. Dipper used to wear one of those. Sue tells me that they sold like hotcakes after Ford tossed its journals into the bottomless pit. Funny those events have no correlation. Journals? Bottomless pit? We'll have a chance to swing by the bottomless pit later. It's a prime spot on every tour because the troublemakers always accidentally trip in and I get to lead the tour without them for 20 minutes. I'm kidding. Should have been sugar. Broke on an exclusive town character. I'm kidding. Should have seen the look on your face. I also didn't know how to read that thing. You should buy it. An Aztec? Just because you're staying over here doesn't mean you get to sneak over here for a popsicle. I get to do that. That's because this used to be my place, and I get the founder benefits. I also get the founder dibs on the pineapple ice pops. You can't actually take one out of the sack. I glued them together that way back then. Secret business trick. And you're telling me this because no one will ever believe you. Then they'll try it, and the whole stack will fall to the floor. You break it, you buy it, and sign on the wall.
That whisper.
Sus has always been the hardest worker in the place. It was only natural to hand it over to him. Not looking. You sure? Well, I think I hear the tour group heading out of the showroom anyway. Ooh! GTI!
Oh god, I have not.
You're playing Bed Wars?
Yep. Wait.
I would play with you, but I'm playing a visual novel game. Who do you think wins, Dollar or Sands? Bill. No hesitation, he's the dream demon. No offense to Sands, but
Hold on.
now most tourists don't appreciate nature's artistic genius, by which I mean my artistic genius, because I remembered you're gonna help me out today. You don't think you don't take up a money walk and wonder like the Sasquatch by having boring 9 to 5 office job. You think it up when you wonder, why hasn't anyone found a Sasquatch? Could it be that his name has been mispronounced this whole time? Anyway, just let me know when you're soaked up enough inspiration from this room, because you're gonna need it to use it out right after. Alright, come on, you're gonna see what makes this place the mystery shack instead of just the shack. We're making another attraction for the showroom. We follow Stan through the living room to the kitchen,
Oh,
where the
level 18 and level
stuffing and
14.
animal parts are strewn across the surface to your left. Stan pulls out a
They're
thin
both
needle and a
rings.
full of thread, and as an afterthought, he adds a couple nails and hammer to the pile. He seems a little unsanitary to do this right across from the fridge, and has the potential to look
Oh, no.
almost gruesome if it weren't so oddly cartoonish.
I'm not using.
Still Bill. Still Bill. He steps up to the workplace and pulls out the googly eyes that have been glued over the lifeless, glassy ones typically of taxidermy. Mabel's contribution to the craft project remains firmly intact. Huh. That's what I get for letting Mabel bring her stash of scrapbooking supplies. That's
No
one more thing to
way.
add to the backstory. Backstory? What? You really think the tourists are dumb enough to believe that the thing you're selling
Nah, they're trying to get as much as emeralds
is
as
what
they
you tell
can.
them? It is just like that, do ya? Because if you do, you'll be set to do business as Gravity Falls. Anywhere else, though, customers take a little more work. See, every good piece comes with some kind of story. Or if you're Poindexter, some kind of lore. Horror stories work pretty well, because with enough suggestion, people can always find to spook themselves. Done for years, it's kind of an art. Stan appears nonchalant, but you see a quiet pride in him. It sounds easy. Stan merely looks amused. Oh yeah? Let's see you take a shot at it after we put this thing together. You said you've done this for years. Always had a knack for it, even when I was a kid. Sure, there was a little learning curve involved, and I had a few unhappy customers over the years. Stan pauses, seemingly to reminiscent, makes a smile grimace on his face as he tells you he probably had many, many unhappy customers. But mostly I've run a great business on telling lies. I mean, stories you've learning from a true master, kid.
Oh, it's them again. It's the nightmare ring. With the guy I believe.
Okay. So why don't you run this place anymore? Stan's grin melts into something more softer, maybe a little bittersweet. My brother wanted to drag me off on a trip with him. Couldn't say no when I couldn't just close the place, so I left it all to Zeus. I probably grew up in this place. You know, definitely wouldn't have been trusted into Wendy. Usually she's a cashier around here in summer.
That's evil.
It's weird having to explain all this to you. I keep thinking you already know this. You were look like you're still a part of this place. You can take the man out of the mystery shack, but you can never take out the mystery out of the man. Specifically me. Which is why I'm back to work even though I don't have to. 30 years of the same routine will do that to you. What's your original vision for the shack? Vision? Make money. What else vision do you need? But over the years, sure, I've used the mystery line for advertising. But who isn't curious? Who doesn't want to be amazed? Kids are the most skeptical of the bunch. Though, let me tell you, once they hit about 8 or 9, they love trying to prove it's all fake. Then they get older and realize there's nothing good left in the world unless you pretend there is. And everyone pretends along with you because they're all desperate. Stan turns his attention back to the workspace, and you notice that there's the more daunting selection of items that lay up on the table. It's not the number, but the variety that makes you unsure of how you're gonna craft something out of this.
I did.
Then Ford comes in and shoots the Time to bring out the memory gun! Time to shoot Stanley! Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with this stuff. Surprise me. You think Stan
It's so low, oh my god.
to build? I don't know, man. That's for you to find out. That's my Kane impression. Digital circus. I love digital circus. Did you know that digital circus was put on Netflix? I need water. I need water. Have some water. You need water. But I need the most water because I'm the one reading.
I swear I'm going to.
Stan walks off to the side to, you guess, do some work of his own. You're glad he's not going to watch you the whole way through. Piece together as many disparate parts as you can find. Use some hand stitching and really tie this all together.
What the hell?
Add some sculpted details. Hey Stan, I'm finished. Hey, not bad, Vuruu. Not bad at all. Stan lifts your anomalous amalgams along triumphantly. So what's the story here? Give it to me. How do you want to approach this? Just have fun with it, actually. It's a Fiskquirken. What?
They do.
This is a Fiskquirken. A fish squirrel chicken. Stan nods appraisingly. Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got a hang of this. Alright, this thing's about to close, so... Okay.
How's your marshmallows, Mother? It tastes really good.
Okay.
You found your answer in the dark web. What do you mean you found your answer in the dark web?
Even worse of an answer. How bad is it? Alright, this thing's about to close to show ready, as it'll get. Wait here for a sec. Stan carries the showpiece out of the room. After a few moments, you can hear his footsteps return and he comes into the room with 2 cans of pit cola. Stan sets one on the dining table and its condensation starting a slow drip into the table surface. Whips you over to join him and slides into the seat across from him. Nothing like a cold one to finish up the day. Cheers. He picks up a can, gesturing towards you with it, as he leans leisurely back in his chair. You watch as he takes a sip. It's a nice looking sip. Now that you're staring, you pull over your own can and pop it open. So, got any questions for me? Talk intends to ease me into a new place. Might do the same for you. Okay. About Ford. Is Ford usually like that? You mean trying to fix what ain't broken and ended up making trouble? Nah, he was a good twin growing up. You were the troublemaker, I can tell. Stan laughs. You have no idea. The showroom already seemed full when I saw it earlier. Why make more? Tourists love variety. Put up a sign advertising a new attraction and they'll come pouring through the doors. When I started this place, I didn't think I'd, like making these. Used to be just another thing that made money. Now that I'm stuck with it, guess 30-something years of routine that'll do the man. Stan gruffs. I can't breathe! Ow! I need water.
Then eat what? I mean,
Eat water?
what else?
I need to drink water because my throat hurts from reading. Out loud.
Oh my god. What? How?
This is my fourth cup. I think. I think it's first. Stan sounds rough, but it's a fond roughness. Sixer says keeping familiar habits helps too. So I've kept it up.
I need to get that.
If you can't read, read. You think I could sell some of these as art pieces?
No way, bro.
Yeah? Yeah, I could put them up to the buyers and sell them at even more ridiculous prices than I usually would. I'd buy one. I'm holding you to that. About him. So, tell me about yourself. Stan laughs nervously. What is this? First date? Well, I'm Stan Pines, Imaginator, town darling. Used to be the puppeteer of the proprietor of the mystery shack. He pauses and stays paused.
Pag binuksan mo yung pinapa, ikakapit mo ito lagi. Huwag mong bula.
Okay.
Huwag mong iwala ito kasi nabibig sa red na tapos na.
Huh?
He pauses and stays paused. You give him an expectant look that wants him to continue and clears his throat nervous. What? You were serious? I don't know, again soften. What the fudge? The longest I can get people to listen to me is when I'm selling them something. And even then, it's tough love. Last time someone listened to me, they tried to eat me. Can you believe that? I barely got much meat left on me. And keep going. You can't just end it there. Stan gives an uncertain smile, which becomes a full-on grin, and he laughs. Alright, I'll tell you. So you see, there's this irresistible thing called revenge. Stan tells you a tale of a road trip in a mountain full of mummies and a woman who was secretly a spider. You don't believe a word of it, but you find yourself enjoying it anyway. Stan knows how to hold his audience in a decent suspense, and he seems to light up whenever you laugh at on the right parts, grinning along with you. Before today, you'd never even heard of the Mr. Mystery before, but now you feel like you're really seeing something special here, one-on-one with the man himself. About his past. You're really interested in me, huh? Or do you want to ask everyone these kind of questions? I'm mainly interested in you. Alright, ever heard of the smuggling pugs? No. Exactly, that's because everyone in the business isn't at keeping secrets. Really good. So I am tell you now, I'm out of the business. I don't care. This absolutely isn't so that if the authorities question you, you'll give false information that leads them off my trail. Right. Stan loads you of false information that may or may not contain kernels of truth within them. It's surprisingly hard to tell whether the crazier parts are the embellishment or the real deal.
Oh no, we're cooked, we're cooked,
Stan
we're
tips
cooked.
his head
This
back
is not level
to
95
get that
pirate
final
baby.
sip of pit, and then sets his empty can down with an air of
No, they're in the store.
finality. I can't read. Ow, my hand. That's what I get. That's what I get for hitting my head. Oh fudge. Oh, I can use the scroll wheel to go back. Well, Vuruu, you did good for your first try. Even if you feel like helping me around again sometime, returning for on the car, let me know. You nod, and Stan gets up to leave. When you remember something. Wait, I still owe you for the price of admission, right? For the tour earlier? Nah, don't worry about it. Give me something to hold you over if you need it.
Not cool, bro. Not cool.
Stan traffics humans. He says that and he leaves. But even from little what you've seen of him, you feel like Stan's not the type to really hold that over you. At least, not for anything serious.
I already have
This tourist trap might have more to offer you than you thought.
No.
It's like you were made for each other. Damn, look at him. What's wrong with him? Why did they would draw him like that? Hey, man, look at him. You can see Ford at the back too.
No. Wait, hold on.
You wake up to a loud crash downstairs, not entirely uncommon in this house. You're quickly finding out, but still disconcerting. Grunkle stranded. Grunkle Stanley. More clatters and thumps lead you to the kitchen, where Mabel teeters on a short step ladder in front of the pantry. Standing on her tiptoes, she reaches out as high as she can for a small yellow box on the top shelf. Pancake mix! Without a word, you go to her side and pluck a box from the shelf for her, placing it onto her outstretched hand. Oh, Vuruu, thank you. Uncle Stan put it on the top shelf for some reason, but I need some maple cakes. It's a breakfast emergency. She waggles her free fingers in your face, and you can't help but laugh. You can tell the house becomes more alive when this kid's around. Wanna help me make them? We only need chocolate milk, coffee, food coloring, and pot of goldos to make this breakfast reality. As delicious as that sounds, you're inclined to ask where the coffee comes into mix when you realize this house is suspiciously quiet. Mabel, where is everybody? Oh, Uncle Stan needed stuff for your car, so we went to go to Mekiteki for stuff like that. I think Uncle Ford's somewhere. He heard the abominable Roman was still stowed up from the camper, so we went to help him out. Yep, that's where he went. Totally knew that. So they left you guys to make breakfast on your own? You don't know. You don't know the family well enough yet to know this is a commonplace. So the idea of leaving two teenagers alone to fend for themselves seems fine, if one of the teenagers wasn't Maple anyway. You still don't know how coffee fits into our maple cakes, but now you really don't want to know. Dipper attempts to hide the pancake mix from Mabel while she's grabbing the chocolate milk from the fridge. Apparently, she doesn't want to find out either. Mabel, while your Mabel cakes sound absolutely divine, why don't we quit? Think of something so you don't hurt your feelings. Dipper, can you forgot? Maybe Dipper can help you make something different. We should save the Mabel cakes for another day, a more special day. But Vuruu, Mabel still standing on the step ladder, reaches up and squishes your cheeks together.
Her wide eyes staring into your soul.
Every day is a special day with Mabel cakes. Is there somewhere we can hang out to get breakfast? We should really save the Mabel cakes till your great uncles get back. I know they wouldn't want to miss them, but I want my perfect recipe. I want to perfect my recipe. I have to get better at cooking and baking stuff so I can survive out there in the world. What if high school I'll have to break stuff and people are better than me? Mabel looks very agitated, tugging at her hair with both hands. If I can't make perfect Mabel cakes, I can never be on Bad Dream Dining. I gotta impress Gerald Rambo and Vuruu. It's my destiny. You glance at Dipper, making a please help me and I'll buy your breakfast face, and you hope he understands. Yeah, Mabel, I know you want to cook more since you're becoming an adult. Becoming an adult? Sure. But don't you think that Uncle Stan and Great Uncle Forge should be here to try them too? And not just me, again. Mabel hops off the stepladder and ponders her brother's question, lips pursed. Eventually, she nods, beaming at you both. You're right, Dipper, I can't deny them that experience. You give Dipper a thankful smile over Mabel's head, and as she puts her ingredients back in the refrigerator, he grins back at you, rubbing the back of his neck. You wonder if he got that from one of his grunkles. That's clever. Now that you think of it, great plus uncle makes grunkle. Save times on syllables. We should go to Greasy's. They have some of the best pancakes there. With like 3 different kinds of syrups if you ask Lazy Susan nicely. Yeah, it's not super far. Let's go. The kids are about to head out of the kitchen when you realize something. Wait, aren't you going to leave a note for your uncles about where you're going?
I want to try on floor.
Oh, right, good call. Dipper scribbles a note out for Stan and Ford sticks it in with one of Mabel's stickers. The kids lead the way towards town, examining various landmarks in the wild and wonderful stories attached to them along the way. And this is where we saw those ghosty old people in the convenience store. Strange, but not regardless. Maybe she meant they were so old they look like ghosts. Dipper points out the diner in the distance. A log-shaped building atop a train cart, and the three of you head inside. You soon realize that the kids know about everyone in this town. Several people, young and old, wave at them, and as the 3 of you find a table, you get a feeling that they're almost famous in Gravity Falls. Though you're not entirely sure why. They're pretty cute though. Mabel blows a paper wrapper of her straw at Dipper's face, and he retaliates by spotting her with a laminated menu. An elderly woman in pastel pink waitress dress comes up into the table, and you catch the name on her tag, Susan. Hiya, kids and stranger. What can I get for you? Pancakes and all 3 syrups for me, please. Lazy Susan. Same for me, actually. Lazy Susan turns to you, notepad in hand. What will we get? Pancakes. Coming right up, sweetie. Lazy Susan winks, with a good eye, of course, and heads back to the back of the diner. Wait for your food to arrive feels
Imagine
longer
if
than
you missed
most.
that. One of the
Maybe
last.
due to Mabel and Dipper using this time to interrogate you. At first, it's somewhat intimidating. You literally crashed into their house and started hanging out with their great uncles. So they have a lot of questions. Once the irrational fear of two 13-year-olds fades out, you recognize that what they're interviewing what really is. They care about their uncles. If you start hanging out with them more, they want to know as much about you as possible. People's questions are somewhat nonsensical. So if you were stranded on an island with no boat, no cheating, what would you take with you? A boat. But dippers are more careful and calculated. What were you doing here before you came? What were you doing before you came here? School, work, both, either? Did you know about Gravity Falls before you crashed into the shack? You both immediately know which grunkle each twin takes after. Stan and Mabel, goofy partners in crime, versus the quiet brainiacs, or the Dipper. It's quite an intriguing contrast, especially now that you're thrown into the middle of the bunch. But as the twins race to see which syrup bottle drips into their mouths the fastest, Dipper's blueberry syrup beats Mabel's classic Maples by half a millisecond, you swear on it. You know that these kids do a lot more for their great uncles than just be cute counterparts. And here we go. Enjoy, kiddos. Let me know if you need anything else. Lazy Susan gives out their respective plates and the kids go quiet, shoveling down their food like they've never been fed before. Between mouthfuls, and you recognize between mouthfuls, you get a few more questions about yourself and your theories on aliens versus which member of the synchronized was your favorite. But the table was near silent as the three of you eat. That is until Mabel speaks through a mouthful of pancake. So, Vuruu, if in a total made-up and not real situation, you had to pick which your favorite was, who'd you pick? Goku, Stan, or Goku Form? That seems too bland compared to her kids' questions. Dipper elbows her sister, not so subtly, and she elbows him back. Wide eyes, staring at him in a silly look you can't decipher. Like, say you're in a movie. Like one of those weird movies Grumpy Stan watches on TV with those ladies in poofy dresses riding horses. Awfully specific, but you let her continue, taking another bite of your food. You're the main character of the movie, and you got two guys who are madly in love with you. This one doesn't mess around with getting right to the point, huh? But you can only marry one of them, so you could be the next in line for the throne. What would you do if Coco Stan and Ford were your choices? Who would you go with? Mabel, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, really weird. And kind of gross. Come on, Dipper, this is important information that's vital to my research. What research? None of your business. Yes, but I'm still gathering other research. Mabel leans towards Dipper's ear to whisper, waggling her eyebrow at you before she replies in not a whisper, but quite the opposite. Research into now that you're a huge nerd was that Mabel catapults a spoonful of melted butter from atop the pancakes onto Dipper's seat with a very satisfying splat. Dipper jerks in disgust but retaliates by smearing strawberry syrup onto Mabel's nose, a drop of stickiness popping onto her sweater. Ew, gross! You're gross. There's no ritual between the twins, but lots of giggles and few more various food missiles. Eventually, the syrup streaks Mabel's cheekbones and some of her hair, and Dipper has a small piece of pancake stuck to his face. You guys are dorks. Maybe you're right, but we're twins, so it's adorable. If you say so, Mabel. Wait, quick, Vuruu, take a picture of us while Dipper's got pancake on his face. I have what? He swipes quickly at his face, but after several passes, gets it off. Oh, I was trying to get more candid pictures of us. Mabel, you have syrup everywhere. Really? Ah, then it would have been the perfect photo. Here, let me get it. Your hands are sticky though. You get up with a napkin in hand and tried to wipe some of the syrup off of Mabel's cheeks. The excess syrup swipes off easily, but a good portion doesn't budge. I mean, maybe syrup has as a makeup is the next new look. That's one word for it, kid. We wondered where you went when we came back, suspiciously to a suspiciously quiet house. If it weren't for Dipper's note, we wouldn't have been worried. Sick, sir, wouldn't have been worried. I tried to tell him that you kids pull these kind of stuff all the time. Heading out unannounced, putting stress on your poor was hard. He put a hand over his heart dramatically. All of those missing hours of unpaid child labor. Actually, the note wasn't me. Well, I wrote it, but V-Vuruu was the one who said that we should, so that you know where we went. Both Ford and Stan turned to look at you, surprised. Really? Figured that these two knuckleheads dragged you here. Why not make it breakfast at home? This place is at least a 15-minute walk from the shack. Well, he glanced at Dipper, swiping a finger across Mabel's cheek and licking the blueberry syrup off. Mabel has a pancake in her mouth, chewing on it like grazing sheep. I went on. What the hell was that? I wanted to treat him something. I guess it's the least that I can do. You're letting me stay with you and fixing my car. I thought since you were gone, I'd take these two out for a change. Also, Mabel was gonna make maple cakes.
They're trash.
You're just mad you can't even make toast right. Well, yes I can. I burned it one time. One time.
Even I can do them.
Dipper holds this syrup-tipped finger in the air, indignant.
How? How do you know?
Indignant. Well, Mabel wanted you guys to enjoy her maple cakes too, and since there wasn't much food, I figured I'd take them out. Ford asked Mabel about her creation, wondering how much extra caffeine one could get from adding instant coffee into the concoction. But Stan stays quiet. You got your mouth at the corner of your eye.
I
He's
died
staring
and
at
died.
you, a lopsided smile tugging at the corner of his mouth.
Kinda good at
His blushing sprite. That's
Go ahead.
oops, wrong button.
One final hit.
Huh, thanks, V-Vuruu. Appreciate it. Oh, no problem at all. You smile warmly at Stan despite the heat spreading on your cheeks. But he's rubbing the back of his neck, looking down to his feet. Mabel throws a theatrical wink your way. You're not sure why. Look, kid, if you're paying, scoot over, Dipper. I want breakfast too. Stanley, it's at least 12:30 now. Looking for it, that means it's brunch.
I almost
See,
I almost
this kid
killed
gets me. Now let me in, so I can get some grub. The room moves to your side of the booth as Stan sits next to Mabel and Ford sits at Dipper's side. Dang it. Lady Susan comes back and takes order for another round of food for everyone, including Mabel, who decided she wants more pancakes. There's nothing we're going to offering to pay. But as Stan and Mabel try their hand at the syrup drip race, with Dipper cheering them on, Ford watching with a wide grin on his face, you know you don't really mind that much. Stranded in an island with a Ford and getting some maple to Dipper to Dipper. What?
Bro!
Stan in an island with a Ford getting some. What the fudge? Stranded in an island with a frog getting some marbles to drip in a window. Branch. What branch? What kind of branch? Branch. Wait. I have a picture. I have a picture. I have a picture. Wait, give me a second. Yeah. I figured that out. I wouldn't really say sussy names, but whatever. Is this the branch? Is this the branch you're talking about? No, it's just saying brunch, but in the wrong way. Is this the branch you're talking about, huh? Is this the branch? Hi, Mo, you're still here? Yeah, I know this. Over the next few days, you continue to help out around the mystery shack, not out of obligation, but because you have nothing better to do. Besides, Sue's practically the golden retriever of people, is really digging in the input and undercurrent of Solomons from an outsider's perspective. Less so that the guy even offered you a job if you end up stranded here forever, dude, and need to make a life for yourself. Stanley joked on an ice pop as he overheard. Thinking about it now, the relationship between Sus and Stan is unexpected, if not a little odd, which makes you smile, no matter how many times Stan may roll his eyes as he does it. He'll also always helps do something just right. Where is the there it is. You didn't close the bread.
I'm still.
Well, that's you're gonna eat all the bread before you know it. Showered and dressed, you go outside as per usual, but you don't see anyone. Well, after a few minutes search, you find Stan standing with his back to you in one of the exhibit rooms, admiring the weird and wonderful animal amalgamates he's collected for his tourist trap. Hand on his chin and thought, am I interrupting something important between you and the secret? Stan turns turns at the sound of your voice, smiling. Nope, you need something? You have any plans for tonight? He mulls your questions for a few moments, giving you an assistant look up and down. I got a couple errands to run. Why, do you want to tag along? Depends on what kind of crime. It's what the fuck? Depends on what kind of errands you've got in mind. Just your weeknight stops. Like I need a getaway driver, and none of these kids are illegal. He's joking. You think? All right, I'm heading out in a couple hours. Meet me out in front. Couple hours, but no buts, Ruru. Can't rush this and stuff. Trust me. Okay, sure. Not ominous at all. Stan? Yeah. Meet me out in front if you think you can handle it. Turns to go but stop for a second and turns back. Oh, and we're black. Something you don't mind getting dirty. Before you can ask why, he's gone into the depths of the shack. Okay. A couple hours into a handful, which you passed by watching some TV with Maple and Dipper dozing off. You have no idea what kind of satellite they get out here, but the shows on are some of the most bizarre programming I've ever seen. Once you've had enough of waiting, you change into your darkened clothes and sit out in the front steps of the shack, watching as the sun starts to sink past the trees. It's cloudy and unusually warm for this time of day, and there is a nice breeze out. It's strange that these errands need to happen at so late in the day, considering the things we've gathered about his criminal past. However, this is a typical weekend night for Stan. The screen door creaks out and open, and Stan, dressed in all black, just like you are, with a lumpy duffel bag under one arm and a briefcase on the other side. As he was about to speak, a sudden gust of wind comes along and ruffles his hair. He smooths out irritably before regaining his cool and nodding at you. Ready? Ready. He slid into the passenger seat as Stan settles into the driver's seat. It takes a couple tries to start, but the engine is chugging away, and by the time you've got your seatbelt on, the radio stammers to life as if the engine was spitting at the generic sounding rock music into the leather scented air of the car's interior. After a moment spent adjusting mirrors and fiddling with the knobs, Stan slots the gear shift into drive and pulls out of the mystery shack slot and into the road. Down to road 10, the fudge. The radio is on, and Stan taps his fingers on the steering wheel to the beat of the music while he drives. So I take it we're not making a trip to for milk and eggs. He laughs and glances over at you. Nope. And where are we going? First stop is to see the buddy of mine, a hunter. I get all my taxidermy supplies from him. So that's where you get your parts from? Yeah. Oh, I just figured you got them from a local farm or something. And do business with those hippies? Not a chance. Well, I really enjoyed making that showpiece with you the other day. I had no idea you were so creative. He glance over to you with a poorly hidden surprise, turning almost immediately back to the road and shrugging. It's just the gluing stuff together, really. No, it takes a really no. No, it really takes a lot of skill. Yeah, you have a real gift for it. He turns to you, and his cheeks go all pink when he sees the smile you're giving him. Well, thanks. After a moment, he faces the road again, but now he is tapping out the rhythm song with a little more enthusiasm and even humming the chorus as he drives. You have any other hobbies? He rolls his shoulder back in a shrug, his head tilting off a bit towards the window. These days I spend most of my time on the boat in Fort, hunting monsters, discovering things. Pauses watching the road without expression. He's the fox. Really? I wouldn't mind showing you a few things if you wanted. I like that. After 20 minutes of rural scenery, Stan pulls off the road into a long gravel driveway that disappears into the woods. Is this the place? Stan nods and turns around to reveal a clearing populated by a trailer and a couple of sheds. The trailer is a bit run down and shabby. In one of the sheds looks like it's about to one strong sneeze from its collapsing. Not really the place you want to be at night, while alone with this guy you practically just met. Be honest, did you bring me here to murder me? Stan laughs, cutting Stan laughs, cutting the engine and resting his arm on the back of his front seat. Unfortunately, you figured it out, so now I definitely gotta kill you. I'm kidding, kid. Relax. He gets out of the car, then turns back to a creepy-like expression on his face. Where am I? Chuckle nervously and he laughs again, pushing the door open. Seriously, I'm kidding, won't be long. At the door to the trailer, Stan knocks and opens the door on a dark interior before he walks inside. The door shuts behind him. You give a few curious glances before realizing the weird pile of sticks you've been looking at is actually bones. He pull out your phone and look at it instead. 10 minutes later, and stands back, carrying a large cardboard box in both hands. You see him fumble with a handle of the rear left door for a moment before you reach back over to the seat and pop it open for him. You a peek in the box, a peek in the box reveals a few various shades of furry somethings and an animal skull you didn't recognize. This doesn't seem like something worth busting out your darkest goods for. We aren't by any chance robbing a bank, are we? Because I would have brought gloves. Gloves? No, nothing like that. He starts the car up again. You're back on the road. And somehow I'm not quite convinced. Well, who knows where the night's gonna take us? Could be Google, could be not.
Oh, I almost got
Got a
it.
problem? Some guy you drool and need a little watch. Ha! You're a riot kid. Stan takes the highway. The final minutes of the sunset burnt orange and the purple ahead of you, while the welcome sign for Gravity Falls disappears into the rearview mirror. A new song comes on the radio, something bright and bouncy with lyrics about love. And his fingers get back to tapping. In the retreating light, you can see faded patches of the rim of the steering wheel, the color of worn away from decades worth of its touch. The passengers seat you sit in hasn't taken the shape of someone specific. Even after all this time, the springs still feel brand new. Meanwhile, on the driver's side of the car, Stan settled in easily into his seat, which fits him as well as a finely tailored jacket. You took your leg up under its mate, leaning back into the dark leather of the dealer interior and watched the car pass and recede out the windshield. After a few minutes of music back to silence, you feel like breaking it. Oh, the Stanmobile here? He passed the dashboard affectionately, running his hand over the leather interior. I've had her since high school. Nice bride, ain't she? They really don't make them like they used to, do they? Nope, they sure don't. But Stan glances over you, double checking that this is a setup to a joke. I don't know why. Because if they had 4 doors, they'd be chicken sedans. Stan laughs. Huh, that was pretty good. He thinks for a moment, presumably to come up with a joke himself. Alright, a blonde walks into the back of the New York City. Oh no, this is gonna be one of those awful blonde and dumb jokes, is it? He levels a withering look on you. Can I tell the joke? I don't know, can you? You can hear the lip cut in between your teeth, sort of joking as he chuckles. Anyway, Blonde walks into a bank in New York. She goes up to the bank manager and she says, I'd like to take out a loan for $5,000. I'm taking a vacation overseas. A car passes you on a highway going totally over the speed limit
We are so chill.
Stan swears and then symbols it. Yeesh, night drivers. So the bank manager goes, well, miss, do you have a collateral? We need a collateral for that kind of loan. She nods as she says she does. She takes out the bank manager into the parking lot and she's got $50,000 Ferrari waiting. This is my car. You can hold on to it until I can pay my loan. Stan continues glancing over you to sign a simple smile. The bank manager confused and figures out if this lady doesn't pay, he's gonna have a nice new Ferrari in his garage. So he agrees. As I'm for an exit ahead points with off the right, the text reading County Road 328, and Stan takes it off the highway. So he gives the blonde her 5 Gs, and she hands him the cars to the what the fudge, the keys to her car, and heads off to Europe. A month later, she shows back up at the bank with 5 Gs and interest for the loan, which figures out about $15.
Guys, I might voice.
Stan continues, turning down an unlit gravel road, the headlights casting spooky shadows to the trees. The bank manager takes repayment for the loan and the interest as one of his employees brings the car back out in front of the bank for the blonde. Out on the road, a deer turns its face to the car and leaps across the road to the woods. Just before she leaves, the bank manager stops the blonde and says, "Lady, I'm real confused here. You clearly loaded enough to afford this car, and you paid back the loan, and then some. Why take out the loan if you're so rich?" And the lady turns to him, runs a hand through her hair, and says, "Where else can I park my car in New York City for 2 weeks if only $15?" It's funny. You present wildlife and he laughs along with you. Alright, I take it back. It was the best blonde joke I've ever heard in my life.
I'm gonna charge from my.
Just as you finish speaking, Stan pulls off to the side of the road and the engine dies. As you step out of the car, an unearthly silence of the woods envelopes the two of you. Out in the woods
Oh, not
ahead,
flush.
you see a single bright light. Is this the place? Just about. You follow him back towards the trunk, which he opens quietly and slowly, finding as it squeaks. What are we doing here? You might not guess it looking at me, but I got a thing. Two of you stare at each other for a moment, and he looks a little nervous. For art. Oh, is that all? That's pretty cool. He brightens, smiling in the dim haze of the truck light. Well, this jump up at this hill here has won by this artist, Gustav Cloning. Stuck it right under me at an auction. I've been trying to buy it off of him for years, but the jerk won't sell no matter how much I offer him. And trust me, you meet this guy and you know it's satisfied. So we're stealing it? You got it, kid.
Hold on, let me go get.
Stan laughs quietly, fishing around in a duffel bag for you don't know what. Wait till you see it. It's a masterpiece. I've been waiting 6 months for him to go out of town. Here, take these. He pulls a pair of gloves from the bag, handing them to you. And when you size them on, they fit almost perfectly. I guess your size, right? You nod, wriggling your fingers. Stan chuckles, pulling a pair of his own. A set of black leather driving gloves with silver snap closures. Glint the light from their slunk.
I need a rare.
Crash the car. Is this nose detachable? I don't know, man. Let's find out. It looks like a clown nose. You ready, kid? Ready as I'll ever be. Stan tucks a few things into the inner pockets of his jacket that you can't see in the low light, and moves the trunk shut just as quietly as it was open. You follow him up into the woods towards the distant light. As you near it, a porch takes shape within the light's glow. Behind it, the dark shape of a house sits in the even darker woods. Stan leads you past the front porch and around the corner of the house into a set of stairs that leads to the basement. This is my favorite part. You withdraws a small black shape from his pocket and something that looks like it might be a pen. The pen-shaped thing turns out to be a small flashlight and holds it in his teeth as he opens the black case to reveal a set of lockpicking tools. You're a lucky person, kid. You get to see the artist in action. He gets to work inserting one tool in and wriggling it down the bottom of the keyhole, then pulling out the other and poking the innards of the lock with it. You glance around in the darkness as he works, half expecting to get caught before you get anywhere, but then the lock clicks and stands, and opening the door for you. Flourish. It was a lot quicker than I expected. He beams with pride, and you smile politely as I step through the door in front of him. The basement is unlit. It smells like dust and mildew. The air sour, wet, dirt, and mold. Stan moves past you into the dark with his little pen flashlight still lit, and leads you through a coffee-clubby laundry room and towards a door across from the bottom of a set of rickety old wooden stairs. Wait till you see this, kid. He picks the lock of this door just as quickly as he picked the last, and the door creaks open to a dark room with an oddly flooring barely lit by Stan's flashlight. Stan goes first, and as you follow him, he hits a light switch, revealing a beautifully designed gallery with plush scarlet carpets and gleaming wood paneling of painting of sad clowns. Stan looks more excited than you've ever seen him yet, his arms crossed over his chest and a warm smile on his face. Can you believe that a hillbilly chump has a collection like this? Shake your head slowly, still looking around the room with wide eyes. Some days these are all gonna be mine. Come on, I'll show you the one we're gonna get. Follow him to the back of the room and stop on one of the large pages of a clown with bright red lips and blue circles on his cheeks. His eyes outlined in black, comically large eyelashes painted onto the eyelids. His neck ruff drooped sadly, and his costume is dingy and worn. What do you think? This is beautiful. You like this thing? No, take kidding. Stan's voice edged with hope. They're all beautifully done. Nice to meet somebody who really appreciates things like I do.
And he just gliding. Oh.
This is pretty excellent. I love the RNA cause are supposed to be happy when he's not. I wish I knew the story behind it. You go over Stan, he looks delighted. Odd Belgian waffles, you really do like it. Belgian waffles! I love Belgian waffles. Off topic. Oh yeah, no, JB, I am tired. You just don't hear it from my voice. Well, let's get this thing off the wall and get out of here. As he works to get the clowning down off the wall, you wander the room looking at other paintings. You look over the portrait of mime with dirt on his white and black striped shirt. You're suddenly grabbed by her shoulders. Boo! Ah! You scream, eyes shut in fear as you throw a weak karate chop at the source of the noise, making an unimpressive contact with something solid muscular. After a moment's panic, you squeeze whatever thing is between your hands and open your eyes, finding, ha! Was that supposed to hurt me? Stan's arm and shoulder. Boy, he's really packing some heat in here. Wow!
What are you doing?
He laughs, apparently very pleased with himself for scaring the absolute life out of you. You need those boxing tips even more than I thought. You couldn't defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself from a fly with moves like that. You laugh shakily. It's then when you realize still feeling of the Stan's arm. Sorry about that. You pull your hands away a bit too fast, and he chuckles, blushing all the way up to his ears. It's no problem, kid. Don't mind me. He clears his throat, and the silence between you begins to grow awkward before it's interrupted. Upstairs, in what is supposed to be an empty house, you hear footsteps crossing towards down into the basement. Stan apparently hears them too. A sudden series of expressions crossing his face from shock, confusion to terror, and then finally settling into indignation. He quickly takes you by the arm, whispering harshly into your ear as he drags you towards the entrance of the clown room. As soon as he comes in here, he'll shut the door and I'll shove these boxes in front. You nod, and just as the line of light from the top of the stairs looms into wide swaths, you and Stan duck behind the wall near the door to freedom. One corner of the stolen painting poking you uncomfortably in the ribs. Who's down there? Slippery feet come down the wooden steps ahead of you, and when their owner notices the light on, he holds something along with a gun-shaped out in front of themselves. Pines, if it's you, I swear to God, I'm really gonna shoot you this time. Gun shape? Gun shape? Gun! Gun! Stan nudges you, jabbing a thumb towards the door leading outside, and jerks his head towards it. You take a step out from behind the wall, and you take Stan's hand in your own, pull him to a jog and then a run. The two of you scrambling up the concrete steps at the cool night air as a voice shouts swears behind you. Stan kicks the door shut on his way out, and that started the yell behind you as it makes contact with the owner of the house. There's no more swearing, but you lose it behind you as you run.
I just noticed I got 15.
There's more swearing.
Freaking dog.
Flashlight in one hand and Stan's hand in the other. When you reach the tree line, you part and maneuver your way through the bushes, brambles, Stan crashing through them behind you. As you run, deafening gunshots go off behind you, and you realize that you're being chased.
Bro,
Holy smokes! Run for it, V-Vuruu! The noises get louder and close enough that you can hear your pursuer swearing continually and loudly. You slow a bit, flashing your light behind you and raising the beam to find the distant but visibly enraged face of a man with a rifle in his hands. Acting on pure instinct, you fling the flashlight in the direction of the angry man and take off running again. After a moment, the man cries out, and the sounds of pursuit fade with one final cry. Damn you, Pines! Stan chuckles. Sounds like you hit him.
what?
You hit the Stanmobile. You reach the Stanmobile first, sliding into the passenger seat as Stan slips his new clothing into the back seat before joining you in the front. Both of you panting and huffing. Stan hurriedly starts his engine and pulls off. Damn. At the next driveway, he does a fastest 3-point turn you've ever seen in your life, and then he peels off down the gravel road and screeches out into the highway. Stan quiets for a second before letting loose into the wild, triumphant laughter. I thought he was going to catch me that time for sure. Did a man just shoot at us?
Hold on.
Stan nods, still chuckling and apparently pretty pleased that he didn't get hit. He lets out a long, loud sigh. His white-knuckled hands at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. Yeah, that was holy moly. You okay, Vuruu? Yeah, a little shaky, but I'm good. He pulls back onto the highway, back into the direction you came from, and you lapse into the what the fuck is comfortable silence. After a while, he starts humming along with the radio, knowing that the song is this time. You hung along with him. Gravity Falls and Welcome Sign passes by again, but the route Stan is taking doesn't seem to lead back to the shack. Instead, you come to stand outside rows of cars in a car dealership.
Wait, what?
Sans what?
Yes. One shall not the people I will turn into
What the fuck?
Stan slides out of the car, withdrawing something from the pocket of his within of his breast of his jacket. Once you get out of around the front bumper, you can see that it's a cigar. You mind if I smoke? No, go ahead. Thanks. I don't like smoking around the kids, you know. I'm already a bad enough influence. He chuckles and withdraws a pack of matches in his pocket, and his face is bathed in the light of the thing. From your place, a ways down the road, Stan surveys the lot, eyes sweeping back and forth until they land on what looks to be a fuse box under the dark overhang of the roof on the far side of the dealership. At the beginning, new drive belt, some spark plugs, and a couple other things that I can't remember the name of, and aren't worth explaining. It won't take all night, though, right? He shakes his head, taking a long drag from his cigar. Smoke rolling off his lips and into the night. You lean against the front bumper of the car next to him and stuff your hands in your pockets. There isn't much light pollution out here, so the stars are bright and numerous above. Provided your car gets fixed up, this might not turn out to be such a bad trip. You take a deep breath through your nose. The smell of sweet, heady cigar smoke and crisp night air filling your lungs. So how are we doing this? We gotta get rid of the lights. I bought Bud's clever enough to have night vision cameras. He laughs a little as he speaks, smoke blowing out into the night with individual laugh. But we cut power to the whole place, and the cameras are gonna be gone anyways. So we cut the power, find a car the same make and model as yours, and I dig out the parts your car needs. An hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. I can get the lights. Stan turns his head to look at you, whipping out a fresh cloud of smoke as he accidentally exhales in your direction. You sure? Yeah, I got it. The two of you stand there in silence for a few minutes before he bends down and grinds on the cigar on the ash sweat, straightening with groan and a huff of quiet laughter. Yeesh, starting to remember why I quit doing this kind of thing. You sure you're right with this kid? You know, robbing the place? You don't think I can do it? No, that's not it. You've been keeping up with me fine just all night. You just don't seem like you have a lot of experience here. I think I will have plenty of experience tonight alone. He smiles, a warm, genuine expression that ignites something fuzzy and soft within you. Ah, you don't notice that you're staring until he turns away and moves away from the trunk. He reaches into the car and pulls the lever under the driver's side of the front seat, and the trunk pops open. You follow him to it, and after rummaging around the contents for a minute, he brings out a pair of pliers. Alright, you go over and take over the lights. I got a few things I need to get together. You crouch down behind the fence and you reach the lot, scrambling along in the shadows until you reach the main building. With a peek over the edge, you see that the wall of the building is cast
Oh
in
god.
shadow from a poorly placed streetlight. Under the peak, you spot a car the same make as yours off to the
Oh wait,
parking lot near a
this is
sign says discount selection, big deals section.
I quit.
It takes an embarrassing amount of effort to get over the fence, but you manage it and press yourself flat against the wall, inching towards the fuse box. It's locked, but you pry it open with pliers and look over what's inside. A bunch of switches and some wires. With your face pinched in concentration, you push the biggest switch in the opposite direction, and the entire property goes dark. Slip the tools into your pocket and take a look around just to make sure the power is out. With a satisfied nod, you feel your way out the parking lot, knocking your shins on 3 separate cars before you figure out you should probably just stop and wait for Stan. Where you at, kid? This fort isn't far away, but he isn't very close either. You feel your way out of the SUV, then all of a sudden, the gravel in the parking lot crunches under your feet. You reflexively stare down at the ground and ahead of your car. Ahead of you as you slowly adjust to the darkness. Ahead of you, a flashlight turns and scans a lot until it finds you. Nadia. He says to me it's probably the way that you're standing with your arms spread over a sleek modern sports car. Getting familiar with the merchandise, huh? Yeah? You give the car an awkward pat and make your way towards the beginning of the flashlight's theme. See anything the same make as yours before you shut the lights off? Yeah, there's one back in the Discord section. It's kind of insulting now that you think about it, actually.
You know what?
He hands you the flashlight when you reach him, and you start floating back towards the discount cars. Discount car it's a classic. It's usually extremely reliable, to be perfectly honest. It's not even your fault that the seat it is in. It was Ford's and his whatever it is. You're in deep in salty thoughts when the hands suddenly grips on either side. Gotcha! Ah! You scream and throw back an elbow, whatever got held of you, and you see her stand, yelp, and fall in the clatter of kicked gravel and metal clanking together. He scared you again. Oh wow, I really got you that time. Holy smokes, kid! You turned the flashlight to where you heard him fall. You found him with a hand cupped over his face, blood dripping from him in between his gloved fingers. Yeah, I deserved that one. Oh shit, I'm really sorry. Now I'll be alright, just help me out. Damn, I made it. Oh damn. Yeah, I know, JB. I'm just trying to finish this part. I know I sound tired. You took the still lit flashlight into your back pocket for a moment, reaching down and finding his hands in the dark and start to pull him up. Once he's on his feet, you retrieve the flashlight from your pocket as you bring the beam to Stan's face. You find him. What the fuck? You find him holding a handkerchief over his nose and squinting. He apparently brought a backpack with him, and it's sitting on the ground behind him where he presumably dropped it when you elbowed him. You know, that was a pretty solid hit. You get a lot of power in there. I don't know if you were just saying it to be nice earlier, but I really could show you some moves. Teach you how to direct that strength. This isn't the time. You're bleeding everywhere. He removes the hanky from his nose for a moment, gently prodding at the bridge of his nose with a finger and frowns. Well, it's not broken, that's for sure. That's good. He laughs quietly, taking a clean corner of his handkerchief and dabbing his nose with it, grimacing and sniffling hard at it. When he comes back, it's still clean. Good to go. Are you sure you're alright? Yeah, of course. I got a lot of worse meetings than that, believe me. His face is flushed from a sudden injury, but he does look otherwise okay. So you sigh and plant your hands on your hips. Then let's finish this. He reaches out and towards you, then catches a glimpse of the blood and reconsiders, wiping his gloves as clean as he can with a hanky. When you reach the car you spotted earlier, he pops the hood and drops his pack on the next to the bumper, unzipping it to reveal a jumble of various wrenches and tools. Alright, hold the flashlight steady on the engine and keep an eye out. Okay,
They are probably
keep a
like
look at like he told me to.
a past mobile player.
It doesn't take long to get him what he needs for your car, shutting the hood and setting his pack on it, and stuff the parts into it. That was quick. Nah, the parts you need are easy to find. Just take the right. Hey, what's going on over here? That you, bud? Oh shit. The view of light finds you both and turns around quickly, leaving the bag himself on the hood. Yeah? Fines? What the heck happened to your face? And what are you doing here at? Hey, are you stealing parts again? No. He inches closer to you until your shoulders touch, and behind you, he pushes the bag into your hands before lowering his voice to speak to you. Alright. Keep the bag out of sight and toss it into some bushes nearby. I'll get it later. Not picking up the bag and holding it behind yourself.
Wait,
The flashlight by the road moves closer, and you slowly scoot away from the car and backwards. Hey, where are you going? You move backwards a little faster, still keeping the bag out of sight. When the light leaves you to check on the stand. What? Okay, give me a second. This might take a bit, just I'll be muted for a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. You move backwards a little faster, still keeping your bag out of sight. And when the light leaves you to check on Stan, you make a break for it and towards back to fence, throwing the bag over it ahead of you. A new voice nearby speaks. You yell, "Hey, where are you going, burglar? You're under arrest for burglary." There's a shout from Stan behind you, and then a heavy thud, and one of the car alarms starts squealing. You're surprised by the alarm that the second cop gets his hands on your wrist and slaps a pair of handcuffs on you. Fuck! You better quit your skirming there, buddy. We caught you fair and square. Ah, come on, Bulbs. I saved the town from interdimensional demon. Give me a break. Sorry, Stan. We got a job to do. Stan grumbles quietly, and the men behind you leads towards the road behind Stan and the Blubs. Has now got him in handcuffs. You need to get yourself out of this, but how? You close the space between the cop and you and the cop behind you. When something moves between your fingers, you grab it, bringing it back. Not sure what it is, but it feels like cold metal and you slip it into your back pocket. Ah, shoot, Derlin. We don't have any crews here. Me and my ideas for my robotic strolls in the moonlight. Well, why don't we just Commander Stan's car? You mean Commandeer? I don't know. Edward Derlin, you're an absolute delight, and I cherish you having as my life partner. Derlin giggles behind you and Blubs giggles with him. The two of them push you and Stan into the back of his car, crowding you in with it and clowning. And Stan grips it protectively, muttering under his breath about the fuzz. He's quiet most of the ride, only speaking up once. You okay, bro? I mean, I'm as okay as I can be. I've been arrested. Falls silent after you respond, and stays that way all the way back to the station. Oh fuck! Inside the station, Derlin leads you to the pair of chairs by a desk. Blubs disappeared down a hallway. Blubs is back after a few minutes. A deep frown set into his face, and after dissecting his frown at Derlin, directing his frown at Derlin, he takes you and Stan down another hallway to a set of cells. Fuck! I'm in jail! At first, he withdraws a set of keys and opens the door. You and Stan are uncuffed in with a solid and somewhat alarming clang. The cell door shuts and locks. You two better get comfortable. We'll get your prints in the morning. Stan grumbles, settling down onto one of the provided bunk beds, and you sit down on one next to it facing him. Peels off the gloves, tucking them inside out into his pocket, and fiddles with the other thread on the thin wool blanket on the bunk bed. Through the door of the end of the hallway, you hear Derlin say something about fancy black finger paints bulbs. You're in the... I'm in jail! Here in the bright fluorescent lights, you can see that he still has a little bit of blood smeared under his nose and on his chin. You feel a flush of embarrassment when you remember that you're the one who did that to him. Well, this is so great. You can say that again. How we're gonna get out of here? Stan shrugs, crossing his arms over his chest and flopping back onto the mattress. I don't think we can, kid. I'll see if I can convince him that you were hypnotized or something into coming along with me. Keep you out of trouble. Listening to going down for this, then so am I. He laughs quietly, propping himself up on his elbows. You don't want to get in trouble with the law, kid. Trust me. This isn't my first time spending a night in jail. Not by a long shot. Sounds rough. Well, yeah, so it goes. This won't be so bad compared to 5 years in a Colombian prison. There's a story behind that, but it doesn't look like he wants to tell it at the moment. Anyway, the only way we're gonna get out of here is with keys. Then we could just slip out a window or something. You think for a moment, stuffing your hands in pockets, and suddenly remember that you grabbed off the second cop, Derlin. Oh wait! You jump to your feet and dig to your back pocket, drawing a small metal thing you stole and find is a set of car keys and a plastic keepsake photo phone. Stan's not looking, staring at the floor of the cell instead, but you think you know what to do with these. You go up to the bars of the cells, looking for Derlin. Hey, can you hear me out here? You drop your car keys. The faint discussion in the other room stops, and a moment later, Derlin comes into view. Where'd you get my keepsake and key fob? I've been looking for that. You hold it out through the bars with both hands. As he reaches for the key fob, you reach out into his belt and brown hat and took the ring keys from his belt. He doesn't notice. Derlin thanks you for returning his key fob and gives you both Stan and a scrutinizing stare before heading back down in the hallway to the door. You hold the keys out in front of yourself and jiggle them triumphantly. Look what I got off Derlin. Wow, you're a pickpocketing genius! I mean, I'm a pickpocketing genius! Stan stares at your hand in disbelief, then at you, then at the keys, then back at you before laughing incredulously. You sure you don't have any experience with this kind of thing? Stan takes the keys from you, looking them over his palm, smiles up at you, then looks down at the keys and covers his mouth with his hand, dragging it down over his chin. I can't believe I've been shown up by a tourist. Well, get used to it, buddy, because I've got skills. He looks proud, smiling up at you like you just handed him $1 million. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here. He stands as you reach through the bars and try the keys until one works. The door swings open with a quiet creak, and you creep out down the hallway to the door. You open it a crack, looking at the lobby, see Blubs asleep at the front desk and Derlin not in sight. You slowly you pull the door open and move into the lobby. Stan taps your shoulder and whispers slowly. We gotta get my keys. You see him anywhere? Glance around and spot them next to where Blub sleeps. Drool pooling on the table. Shoot. And crossing your fingers for luck, you sneak over the desk and reach down to grab them when suddenly Blub stirs and mumbles. Dang, Bigfoot's stealing my shoes, stretching all my shoes. Seth starts behind you and manages to suppress a laugh as you pluck the keys away. Wait, hold on. Dan disappears into another room and you're stunned, wondering what the hell he could be doing right now that more important than escaping. Before you can had a chance to call him something you might regret later, he reappears in the doorway with troublesome clown painting under his arm. Seriously? Duh. Alright, let's roll. Slipping out with only a click of the station door closing behind you, you and Stan climb into his car and escape into the night. After stopping by Bud's dealership to pick up a hidden backpack, you and your partner in crime head back into the shack in the more comfortable silence. You'd feel tired if it weren't for the adrenaline. Finally home! I mean, not my home. Finally!
Someone's home.
Someone's home! Exactly. You have a big brain. You carry the backpack inside while Stan brings in the clowning and the briefcase, setting both on the kitchen table. I call that a successful night. Even though we got arrested, so would I. And fun, too. You grin at him and realize that in the bright kitchen light, he's still got blood on his face. How do you keep him forgetting? You're the one who elbowed him after all. Well, well, come here. You pull one of the chairs from under the table, gesturing him to sit down. He looks a little bit wary, but obeys. The chair's ancient metal frame creaking under his weight. Grab a couple paper towels, turning on the faucet in the sink and wetting them. Clean them up. Mentally steadying yourself, you hold the side of his face and neck in your hand. With gentle pressure, you guide his head to tilt back until he's lit up fully by the overhead light. You can feel him blush under your hand, his skin heating up, and he seems too surprised to protest or even speak as you wipe the now dried blood from his face. He's quiet while you work, watching you with warm brown eyes rimmed by dark lashes. I could have taken care of this myself, you know. He says this, but he hasn't pulled away or made any move to leave. I did that, man. What? What the fuck did I just say? Anyways, I did the damage. The least that I could do is clean up after myself. Anyway, you've done plenty enough as is. The paper towels you have become too soiled to work with. You toss them into the trash and go back to get a few more. Your hand turns to his cheek and you can be imagining things, but it almost feels like he leans into it. I really did a good I really did have a good time with you tonight. I have no idea the time could be so fun. He smirks, avoiding your gaze. I had a great time too. You pause for a moment, realizing something. Those cops aren't gonna come after us, are they? Dan shrugs. Probably not. They're nice enough guys, but not exactly competent. Funny, realistic. You laugh quietly and he smirks up at you. You stand back to make sure you're finished and toss the last paper towels into the trash. You sure it's not broken? Nah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Your hand fingers on his cheek. JB, say goodnight or hug him. Hug him. Hug him. Fuck. Say goodnight or hug him. Reviewers. I'm gonna end this stream soon. He was breathless. Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you confused me for. If I could see someone in movie or someone in uniform, I really don't know Sunday. Okay, what about you? Yeah. What about you? Say goodnight or hug him. I'll do the 80 meeting manual. Okay. Okay. You take a fortifying dip and then lean down, wrapping your arms around him. Thanks for the cover-ups. You pull away and he's got a funny look on his face. Thanks for the good time. Well, good night. He stares at you for a moment, looking at his face, and then he comes closer to you and gives you a cookie spot. Sleep tight, V-Vuruu. You brush your teeth and change into your pajamas it's not until you get into bed that you realize you're still smiling. The rush from it all hasn't completely faded. But after a while, your eyes grow heavy and drift off to sleep. Nobody back home is ever going to believe this. Okay. Okay, I'm good now. I'm gonna save this. Okay. I saved it. Wait, I need to double check. I saved it. Yeah, I did. Yes. Okay. Okay, it's 11:27 p.m. right now. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna take a rest, JB. Ah!